Okay, so the Stream Deck is still messed up. Or, well, let's just call it the communication between the Stream Deck and OBS is still messed up. After the stream last night, I reinstalled both pieces of software, and it's still happening. I am pretty confident that this is an issue with the Stream Deck, because one of the things that I used to have the Stream Deck do directly to OBS was turn the camera on and off like this. It still doesn't work. So what I'm doing now is I'm having a Stream Deck talk to my bot and tell the bot to tell OBS to turn the camera off. And that works. So that tells me that the problem is the communication between the Stream Deck and OBS. So I don't know what the problem is. Like I said, I reinstalled both pieces of software. I completely uninstalled the Stream Deck software, and it's still happening even with a fresh reinstall. Maybe what I should do is maybe try and find the previous version of it to see if maybe I could just put that on there and just skip that. Stream Deck software download. Maybe, do I have that? I may still have it on my machine, because normally I'm sure a lot of people do this too. They'll just, it will tell you that there's an update. For the Stream Deck, and I guess it just downloads it to a temporary directory. No, it doesn't seem like, no, it doesn't look like I have it. I'll have to do a little searching later. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, Stream Deck 5.3.1. That's the one that just came out the other day. But anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. Hope your weekend is going well. We finished up BioShock last night. And we wrecked the old stuff that you used to be able to do to take care of Fontaine very quickly. Still works. Okay, 5.3. 5.31. 5.21. See, I wonder if, I don't know what according to their site, 531 is the one that just came out the other day. 521 was the one previous to that. But I don't know if there were actually any releases in between. That would be something to look into, I guess. That would be one way to know for sure if the issue is with the Stream Deck software and not something else. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything other than that. 521. we might have to.
We got a host. Welcome, everyone.
We might have to try that. Miss B, thank you for the host. Hope you're feeling well. How did your treatment go yesterday?
Didn't anybody
Happy
ever tell
Saturday.
you it's rude to leave before the
that
cakes cut?
that well, huh? You're feeling wrecked. Let me, before I forget, let me post in my Discord. Hey, Zarbaxis, good morning to you too. Let's see, I posted the other day. Where was it? Here we go. Let me reply to that before we get started here. Latest version of Stream Deck software, in that it can have issues talking directly to OBS. Say if don't have version 5.3.1 5X, don't upgrade to it yet. So yeah, I'm still having issues with yeah, it was actually raining this morning. Pretty hard, actually. This was before I went out and did my morning exercise and stuff. It's all right now, but okay. All right, the business is taken care of. I got to warn my peeps, my streamer peeps. Okay, so yeah, I still got some more stuff to look at after the stream. Technical issues with Stream Deck software. As I was mentioning before, getting this latest update of the software, you used to be able to talk directly to certain sources in OBS directly from the Stream Deck. And you can set the visibility to hidden or visible or whatever. And that's what I used to use for the camera, right? During a cutscene or whatever, I could turn the camera off with just pushing a button. That is broken because there are some issues with the Stream Deck talking directly to OBS. The reason that it works now is because I'm telling the Stream Deck to talk to my bot, and my bot is telling OBS to turn the camera off, and that seems to work. So that tells me that there is something wrong with the communication between the Stream Deck and OBS itself. So, all right. So now that that's out of the way, let's actually do what we're here to do. Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. If you haven't heard me mention this before, this was a birthday gift from Purple Bacon couple of weeks ago. It is based off of I guess a very, very popular novel, which I have not read. It, from what I understand, and we do have an about plan for it to give you a little bit of information about it. It does follow the books, but I guess because Ken Follett is involved and was involved with the game, you can branch away from the events of the book somewhat. So, but it's supposed to be a telltale type game where, you know, there's no combat. It's you know, a little bit of exploration, conversations with people. Your choices are supposed to matter in certain situations, that kind of stuff. So it should be a very, very chill next, and it's 3 episodes. And she got me all 3. So probably, I guess maybe the next couple of weeks or so, we'll be doing this. Let's go. Please move the slider. I have not done any adjustments of anything yet. Until you can almost see. It's a little easier to see them on your screen than it is on mine. Autosave. Okay. Book 1, chapters 1 to 7.
But the bacon man lives in a bacon house.
No, he doesn't. I'm late, but I'm not. No, we had issues with the Stream Deck again today, so you are literally just in time. And once again, thank you. Thank you for getting me this. Graphics. We did that already. Audio. Okay, that's about where I would put it anyway, so. Controls. Play hints. Walk faster. Think. Open inventory. Okay, and we'll get used to all that as we go. Always turn on the subtitles. Sure. Let's do the toots. To think about an object. Okay, you get the little eyeball there. Okay. Gargoyle. Tools are now equipped. You can see them at the bottom right hand side of the screen. Unfortunately, that's under the camera, so see that. I may move me. Just like we did with BioShock, to use them with an object or character. Stand nearby and press Y. Oh, where are we at on Joinga? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Zarvaxis has seen me use it, so he knows that it's there. We have a status option for Jenga, so if you're just coming into a stream and you want to see what the status of the current game is without taking a turn, you can always do Joinga space status, and that will tell you how tall it is and who took the last turn. It better. There we go. Okay, plus left. Okay, standard stuff. Okay, explore another area. Okay. I do like the way they do the prompts. I guess that's the end of the tutorial.
Your words are as empty as your
Sabri, what up? You slept in. Good for you. That is something I wished I could do. My body just will not let me do it. Won't.
This should do. How do you feel?
Can't complain. After all, there's a cozy tree in my back.
I promise, this will be the last fire. After tonight, it won't be trees anymore, but walls and a roof. In Shiring, I will find a job.
What if the bishop wants to hire you for life? To keep his palace in shape, maybe strengthen the town's defenses. Plain things, Tom Builder. Just walls and roofs.
There. Took me a lifetime to find some dry ones in this wet. Why didn't we just use your staff? That old thing would have done nicely.
Because that thing is precious. It's not made to burn. And we might be able to sell it. Right, now let's see if this does the trick. Yeah, should be dry enough.
I told you. Hurry up, I'm freezing.
Okay. Right. Did that. Okay. We did it.
Martha,
We've got fire.
you want to cut up some turnips? We'll be making soup.
If it helps.
Alfred, you go and look for water.
We could just eat snow.
No, it'll be proper water for my family. You sit, I'll take care of it.
You still haven't answered my question, Tom Builder. What if the bishop offered
Tom
you
the
a
Builder?
job like they did in Exeter? Something that is beneath your craft, but pays for a lifetime. Easy work.
Well, building something is never easy.
You know what I mean. After Exeter, you said I could create something that
Turnip
matters.
soup.
Something that stands for eternity, or I could die setting up houses and sheds. But what if houses and sheds would feed your family? Would you stay this time, or would you keep on looking?
I'd be glad to stay.
Would you now? Just promise me you'll think about it.
Okay. A clue. Oh, we got a clue, guys. You just collected a clue. Clues work like items. Use them on characters to talk about them, and use them on objects to ponder how the clue and the object might
Maybe we can sell the baby.
Alfred!
I'm joking.
You
Don't
can
listen to
sell
me.
the baby.
Stupid snow. Why did it have to come down just now?
Should never have left.
Well, we're here now. Guess there's no use complaining.
Okay, I'll come around. He's a good boy.
Alfred,
What? Aren't you supposed to get water? I am not keen on eating rotten leaves tonight.
Alfred!
Don't mind him, dear. Boys must act tough if they want to get by.
Is that so? Hungry?
I'm fine.
Well, it looks like she's got to eat for two also.
Can you see the sun yet?
No, but Martha.
Don't distract me. I'm working.
Okay, Tom's staff. Tom received this mason's tool as a farewell gift in Exeter 1125. He used it to lay the groundwork for new buildings. Its shadow can tell time and point out the east, the direction a church must always face. Exeter was Tom's first time working on a cathedral, and initially it was like any other job. His master builder often scolded him for not working up to standard. But soon Tom began to understand the importance of proportion, the symbolism of numbers, and the almost magical formulas for solid structures. The staff reminds him of his dream to one day build a perfect cathedral from the ground up. Okay.
I don't need help carrying the pot.
Okay, so he's just going to leave it there. Not going to pick it up.
I like Salisbury. I wish we had stayed.
They had no work for your father.
So what? I can work.
You're a mason just like Tom. If he can't find work, you can't either.
Oh, okay. Tom gets attacked by wolves. Game over. Everybody's dead. See you Monday.
Houses and sheds. Walls and roofs. I'd be glad. Oh. I should be glad.
Uh-oh. I know, I was going to say, it's Alfred Hitchcock.
Tom, what's keeping you?
Shoo.
Either one.
Beautiful.
Oh, you walked all the way around there just to say
Can't carry a
that.
rock in a pot.
And did you think about what I asked you?
Dreaming of building a cathedral was foolish. When we get to Shiring, I'll take the job.
Why is a cathedral so special?
Well, you've seen a few. You should know.
Yes, but there are so many already. Why do you have to build another one? Is it because God needs more houses?
May I?
If you must.
Well. Actually, a cathedral isn't so different from any other house. At its heart, it's always about a roof to keep off the rain.
But don't we need walls first?
Very good. A roof to keep off the rain, and walls to keep up the roof. Together that makes one big, long, but dark room. Like a cave.
No timer here. I mean, he's just telling a story, right? So I don't know that it really matters what the order is.
So of course you may want some light coming in.
Windows.
Right. So the people inside can see what they're doing.
I think you forgot something. People can't get in if there are only walls.
Humor her.
So, what do you suggest?
Doors, of course.
Right. And not only doors, but a big and impressive one to let in as many people as possible.
So how could you put the windows
By now,
in
we've
without any
carved
way to get
quite a few
inside?
holes in our cathedral. Unfortunately, not every building can carry a roof like that and have so many windows.
So what do we do?
Good and solid work. That's what we do. If we don't want our cave to collapse, we have to make everything perfect. Not only strong, but consistent and perfectly even. The walls, the roof, the windows, everything perfectly proportioned.
You shouldn't say big words like proportioned when talking to a child.
What does it mean?
Speaking of rain,
It means beauty.
we're gonna get some more, it
Well-
sounds like.
It means not only will it keep them dry, it will give them hope. Like this?
Uh-oh.
Mama?
Uh-oh, we gotta deliver a baby, guys! Cover your eyes! I know.
The baby is
I know.
coming.
But it's not due. Have your waters broken yet?
Soon after we started walking this morning.
You should have told me.
I'm so tired. I don't believe I can bring it into the world.
Oh no!
Oh, look at all the blood.
Okay. Alright, let's,
Children? Alfred. Get more water. Take snow if you must and make it warm.
Right.
What can I do?
I guess...
Collect some reeds and make me 2 lengths of string, each big enough for a necklace.
What for?
You'll see. Let me cover you. Remember when Martha was born, and the Lady Isabella acted as midwife?
You were building a chapel, and you asked her to send her maid to fetch the midwife from the village.
Yeah, and she said, that drunken old witch will let her deliver a literal wolfhound. She took us to our own chamber, and poor Lord Robert could not go to bed until Martha was born.
The water's warm now.
Put it next to me.
Okay.
I'd say for a year as bad as this one, we've managed quite well.
You lost your work, and then Martha almost got killed by that pig thief. You call that well?
We're going through hell.
I know. But we're still here for each other, aren't we? Holding together as a family. Us builders aren't carved out of measly wood. Never were.
You expect a lump of granite to come falling from my legs?
I wouldn't be surprised. Right, what can I do to help?
Stay with me.
Will she die? She'll die, right?
Well,
Oh, your hands are cold.
I could warm them for you.
No, stay here, please.
well, I mean, look around. I would have thought that maybe he would have gotten
I'm
up.
proud of you.
I
Go
feel
warm
so
up his
weak.
hands at least.
You'll make it. You're a strong woman. That's why I love you so much.
Two of a kind, eh?
She's losing too much blood.
I'm sorry that I kept quiet all day. I didn't want anyone to worry. It's not long now. Be ready.
It's all right.
The day was hard enough on everyone without me complaining.
I know. But we will get through this.
But I mean, look around. Oh, here we go. I didn't see that before.
It's coming! Help me, Tom! It's coming!
I can see it.
It looks horrible.
He's perfect.
It looks horrible.
Perfect boy.
Oh. Wow, that was quick.
We did it! We did it! Yeah!
He's still bleeding.
It's all right. It will stop soon. Tom,
Yes?
thank you for being my midwife. Do you remember the night I came to you? In your lodge? When you were working on my father's church?
Of course. How could I ever forget?
I never regretted giving myself to you. Never. For one moment. Every time I think of that night, I feel so glad.
Me too.
I hope you build your cathedral.
I thought you were against it.
I was. But I was wrong. You deserve something beautiful. Build a beautiful cathedral. For me.
Is she gonna die?
Papa, what's wrong with her face?
Agnes! Agnes, wake up!
Another one of those games where you kind of get a gut punch at the beginning of the game. I know. I killed her. You monster. I'm a horrible dad, a horrible husband. I like this opening. This is cool. Yeah. We've already wrecked the playthrough. There is no hope. Three years later. What you did. You killed your wife. You want your cathedral to bring hope. You told Agnes you would accept any job offered by the bishop. You weren't forgiving of Alfred's behavior. You struggled to support Agnes during childbirth. I guess because we touched her with cold hands. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? Do the warm hands thing sooner, I guess. You found information about Tom's past. It's like, you suck.
The year of our Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble. Brother Paul? Hello!
You just crossed the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
Monks and villagers don't have to pay a toll.
Sorry, I'm not good at this. I told Brother Paul. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
It is not much, but I can share this with you.
Paragon run commencing. Hey, give me the rest of that back. Cloth still smells a bit of the cheese that was wrapped in it. Now the other guy has all my cheese. Small act of kindness, and now I'm gonna die of starvation.
For you to fulfill your duties.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Will you take care of my horse, brother? I've come to see Prior James.
Prior James? That's him the bells are tolling for. Leave the horse here. I'll get it down to the priory later. Fish should go nicely with that cheese.
What? Why are they ringing the bells?
Don't you know? The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge?
I don't have that much cheese either. Philip's Bible. You can use Philip's Bible on objects to find out what the Bible tells Philip about them, or use it on people to discuss matters of faith. Okay. Starved to death.
Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast.
Gotta search for loot, right? That's what the little bag means. The toll hut. Where is Paul?
I wonder where Paul is.
He's not here. All right, let's make sure there's not something else in the area to interact with. Nobles come only on holidays. Wouldn't come if it wasn't for the cathedral. Road into Kingsbridge. Path to the mill. Find Prior James. Current location, field outside the priory.
And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so.
And cheese. To the village. Cloister. Is there anything around the back?
Why is this locked?
No. Okay. I guess glow to the cloister first. Yeah, go to the cloister first.
opened the sixth seal. I looked, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth. The moon became like blood, and the stars of the sky fell to the earth as the fig tree sheds its winter fruit when shaken by a gale.
Winter has taken its toll. Planting a seed is like training a novice. Great things will come of it. Looks like only 3 things. Wow, a lot of options of where you can go. Let's stay outside for now. I'll go to the cemetery. We gotta find an assault rifle in case we get attacked by the crows, right? So, we gotta be able to defend ourselves. Aha! Friar James's house. St. John has slept in the dorm. Does a prior really need his own house?
Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path.
So many buried here, awaiting Judgment Day. How many are without sin? I would say probably very few. Will I be without sin when my time comes?
May his soul rest in peace.
Same thing. Yeah.
May his soul rest in peace. An hour is coming when all who are in the tombs will hear his voice and come out. Those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of judgment.
Evil. Alright, let's go find Prior James.
It's locked.
Okay. It stinks.
Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean. Remove the evil of your deeds from before my eyes. Oh.
He runs away.
Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast.
Kitchen, oh, in the back, I guess. Serve a better priory.
So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God.
What's this over here? Well kept, guest master, a pious man, too early to
Do not
retire.
neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Holy cathedral. A little bit of disrepair.
Pay careful attention to care for the Church of God, which he obtained with his own blood. Huh. Why did they lock it? Maybe the side entrance is open.
Everything is locked. Cloister stands strong. In St. John we contemplate outside, yet my flock is content.
May my meditation be pleasing to him, for I rejoice in the Lord.
Hey, we found a door that wasn't locked. Hey, that's where we were before. All right. At the cemetery. All right, we'll go in here now, I guess. Saw somebody going in there.
Enter by the narrow gate. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few.
Hey, peeps.
Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
Remigius?
The
I'm
pestilence
guessing?
that rode in on the lightning that struck our cathedral 4 years ago. Did you not all feel its presence here ever since? James did, and I did as well. But the Lord says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Our beloved Prior James has served the Lord all his life. He shall be delivered from the darkness, from this dark earth.
Prior James?
Philip.
Francis?
For many years, James has been our prior. After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand. Amen.
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here.
I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Of course.
And his brother a prior of what now? 2 years?
It's been 4 years, Cuthbert.
I see. How are things in St. John in the Forest, Philip?
Our little cell is happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy. Thanks to your brother, Francis, St. John in the Forest is prospering. His novices are obedient, his monks humble and pious. Well, our own priory is in such a sorry state.
You know James did the best he could. It was not his fault. Also, they make a remarkable cheese in St. John's. Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
Brother Cuthbert seemed upset.
Well, we all are. The way James died was disturbing.
Disturbing? How did Prior James die?
7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge and a hole in the ice.
Oh no.
No.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
You can't assume he's dead then. If you learn that from TV.
See me when you have time, Philip. I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
What is Francis doing here, and where is he?
So what do you think it means?
I don't know. There is no reason to punish us for asking.
At least it wasn't Remigius who punished us. Brother Marcus said he's taking a beating now once a week. Is that him?
It must be.
Remember when I was that young? Full of questions, but this is a place for quiet contemplation.
You look like you want to ask me something.
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind.
Yes. Now ask him.
How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
Of course it counts.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Oh, of course.
We promise.
Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a place. A cathedral.
That's probably what the guest master was talking about.
If you do something to a cathedral, it would be a sin.
Yes. In the eyes of God, you would be a sinner.
Andrew wouldn't tell you why.
He got very angry with us.
We had to say the Lord's Prayer 150 times.
Each of us is God's temple, for he created us.
The guest master said Prior James destroyed God's temple.
Oh.
And that you'll go to hell.
Prior James did not commit suicide.
But no one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows. God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
Is he even
They
dead?
say the devil was chasing him.
Don't say his name.
I have seen brave men run for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip. Thank you, Brother Philip.
I believe they have enough to discuss.
Okay,
Again, we're all God's temple. All of us. Because God created us in his image. That's why we can all pray to him.
We don't need to go to church for that.
No, we are the temple.
But why a church then? Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple?
it's a deep conversation here.
Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple?
Don't say that.
Why not?
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the cathedral. It feeds us.
We are people of God. Yet we need to eat too.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
I see. A temple to feed the temple.
Yes.
We must take good care of us. And our cathedral.
We must.
I wonder how many people that have played this would have never even heard that conversation, because when he was initially done, he just walked away. Started to. By the way, I saw something online the other day. This is a Mass Effect 2 thing. So, you know, those of you that are not Mass Effect fans can start groaning now. Apparently, every time when you go to talk to Joker up front in the ship and you're done with your conversation, you can just stand there behind him and he'll just start making comments. He'll make like 4 comments at a time. And I never knew that. So I did that a couple of times, and I didn't see the one that caused that, you know, that was referenced in the online post that I saw. I think it was on Reddit, but apparently there's one of the comments where Joker is listening to, let's just shall we say, some adult entertainment, and there are noises. And he says something, oops, I was supposed to mute that, or supposed to go to my earpiece or something like that. I had never heard that. Didn't even know you could do that. So I thought that was kind of interesting and funny. No, I didn't know that. I had never, when I'm done talking, I'm gone. I never knew that. Something about putting a mirror so that he can see people standing behind him watching over his shoulder. What a waste. It's a bright day outside, almost. Candles are expensive. So what's he gonna do? Blow it out?
The Lord is my light.
This is a renegade action. We're gonna blow out all the candles. Oh my God, are you kidding me? There's an achievement for that. Oh my God. Oh, leads up to the roof. Is this Francis? It is. Never Never been that high up. Nope, I never have to. Okay, can't go up there anyway.
I believe the tasks that
No
lie
prompt.
ahead of me are down here, near the ground.
People used to say we look alike. Do I look like Francis does now?
I wonder, Francis, how much of your work is related to our Lord?
All of it. But Earl Robert is not a pious man. I try to guide him as best I can, but I cannot change what he has me writing or reading.
No, they do look alike.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. At least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
Yeah, we already knew that.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Francis notes, Rivalry for the Throne, Part 1. A little historical background, maybe? All right, Francis's notes about the late King Henry, Empress Maud, and King Stephen, Part 1, dated 1st of January 1136. For many years, our late King Henry had been without an heir. His only legitimate son, as well as several other relatives, had drowned while crossing the English Channel one night in 1120. Finally, his daughter, Maud, gave birth to a boy. It was Henry's last wish that his infant grandson would continue his reign as Henry II once the boy came of age. Until that day, his mother, the daughter of the king, would rule in his place. Despite being a rightful heir to the throne, Empress Maud is viewed unfavorably by most of our Norman overlords. The reason is Maud's marriage to, I almost said Joffrey. Oh my God. Maud's marriage to Geoffrey of Anjou. The county of Anjou and the duchy of Normandy have been rivals for a long time. A rivalry that now is about to become a war taking place right here in England for Maud's cousin, Stephen of Blois, I guess. Blois has now crossed the channel from Normandy and taken the throne by force. Okay. Still no maps. Are we supposed to find the maps?
If only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Who knows something about Francis's missing knight? Empty body. What? Body wasn't found. What happened that night? Oh, they was talking about James, right? guess. What on earth, as if God was pointing at us, did we fall from?
My hand would fit in there. But why should I soil my sleeve? Reaching in there will not repair these walls.
Interesting. Be something in there, maybe?
My hand would fit in there. But why should I soil my sleeve? Reaching in there will not repair these walls.
Bishop's throne. Why isn't it facing out? Resides far away from Kingbridge. Bishop only here on holy days.
The cathedra. It is not for me to take that seat.
Renegade action. Sit in the seat. Oh, the crypt. Yes. Saint Adolphus. Let's go down into the crypt. Here Adolphus sleeps. He's right there above my head. Literally. Until he will be raised at the end of days. Can we get in?
Locked.
Of course. Okay, so what happens if we we can't light the candles now. It's gonna light them back. All right, boys, light them up. Almost empty. Nothing here is in order. Oh, the holy water font. Let's go back over here. Just to see.
About that knight.
He was carrying an important document for my master.
Yeah.
You have to find it.
Okay. All right, that's where we came in up there. Let's go out the other door. Oh, that was
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Map! Yay, we got a map. Okay, what's his name was going to be in the kitchen. Bridge, toll hut. Okay, we came in and bottom left. Well, we didn't go past the toll hut into the clearing. We did not go there. Cemetery River. Okay, so we got two horses. One, I'm assuming one of those. Yeah, I was gonna say one of those got to be his. Uh-oh. Probably dug the grave for James, but James's grave is empty. How many empty graves are there?
Brother Arnaldus, how are you?
Huh? What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well. It's just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead.
Zombies?
It's probably those badgers. Always digging up the graves.
Oh, hey, we got these two guys now. Novice, admitted, same guy. Okay, who's this guy? Both should be working or studying the Bible.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
Yeah, one of the novices said he hid Cuthbert's keys in a crack in the cathedral. Keep forgetting you can walk faster. Yeah, back here.
The novice said he hid the keys in here. They're here. I have them.
Cuthbert's keys unlock most of the doors and gates in this priory. Does that mean we can go out on the roof too? Let's go there first. Oh, wrong button. Look around, my eyes may adjust. Feeling of being watched.
Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid. Nothing.
Can't see. If I look around, my eyes may adjust.
These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. There's nothing here. God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep.
So we ask him about the night. Hey, buddy, you know anything? Oh, sorry, sleeping? Remains of Saint Adolphus, one of the 49 martyrs of Cordoba.
Thought so. Nothing here.
Okay.
Nothing here. The saint rests in peace. No strange sounds or sights.
Hello? No. No one. Not a thing.
Well, how boring. What good does it do to have the keys? There's nothing down here. Except the crypt. No hidden passage or anything.
Hello? Oh!
Something up there. Dear Lord.
The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
What the hell was that?
What is that?
Looked like a bird over there, but now it looks like a man. The plot thickens. Size of a child. Yeah, but it flew.
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Oh!
Owl.
An owl. Just an owl.
Take my cheese. No? Not hungry? Okay. All right. Still didn't really help. Unless we're eventually supposed to find something for it. It's obviously not the cheese. Oh, James's grave. I didn't even see that earlier. Bottom left.
The cloth is useless, at least right now. No, I'll stay down here. I'm not good with heights.
Actually hit on one of the higher payout options on the roulette wheel last night. 8-1 odds. Not that I need the cubes, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see, it's going to take us to the side passage, right? Oh, back to these guys. Chapter house. We do need to go to the kitchen.
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
I missed part of the conversation.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I beg your forgiveness. I was overwhelmed when I heard Prior James passed.
You should know better. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Brother Andrew, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
Aside from the ones that visited for Christmas? No. If there had been an official guest, I would know. And no one stayed at our guest house.
Oh, thank you. See, this is what Mass Effect needs to do, damn it. It doesn't do that. It grays out the ones you've already chosen.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
They could have fixed that for the Legendary Edition, too. It's an easy thing to do.
Let us continue this conversation later.
Of course.
Of course.
There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Okay. Is there anything? Door, let's see. Now, where was the kitchen? Wait a minute, didn't we get a map? Why is it not showing us the map?
The cloth is useless, at least right now. That would be unwise.
Got keys.
No need to lock the guest house.
Looks well kept. We're already here, right? Wow, okay. Let's go back past, yeah. Oh, he's back. Okay. On the map that we had, there was a clearing over here. Okay. Quite a few nuts left, but judging by the tracks, squirrels are interested as well. Snacks. Stone poking out from the ground. If I were a mason, it might be of use to me. Maybe something Tom? Is Tom going to come through here? Brother Paul. Freezing, tries not to let it show. Too cold for someone his age.
Are you studying the Bible, Brother Paul?
Me? No. I always lose the words when I try to read. But I listen carefully to what James and Remigius tell us.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ah, ouch. Oh.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the
The
spring
hell
comes.
is a chilblain?
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Just in case you wanted to know what chilblains are.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Oh, yeah. Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
Okay, he is
There was
dead
a
because
letter.
somebody actually saw him
Gave it
die.
to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What? The new prior will need those documents?
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Thank you, Philip.
Okay, go back to the cemetery now. Francis's knight had a letter with him, probably in the prior's room. Hey, we got keys now. It's a little delayed. Probably beyond repair. How much work to build, how much neglect to let it fall apart. So I don't think any of those will be useful. Dusty cloth. This is true. Better late than never. Hark! There's writing on the post. Words carved in wood. A farewell message. From who? Inspect. Woods carved into words. Words carved into wood in the old mill, found in January 1136. Brothers, I have to leave. I have not found God to be here with you. The cane of Subprior Remigius shall never again hit my back. Never again. Maybe I shall find God elsewhere. Thomas, September 1134. Okay. Let's see, the village. I'm guessing that's probably going to take us back to the big map. Let's go back over here. I want to go back over to the cemetery. Chapter house. You'll need that. Cemetery. Hey, we're coming up on lunch break here in about 10-15 minutes, just FYI.
Rotten edges. We used to eat them. Now, they're eating us.
Badgers?
We should go to shiring sometime. Heard they have a big-titted harlot there. One that would even do you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Confessing without knowing it. Lost their way. Not beyond saving. Well, we can't save them here because we can't talk to them anymore. Okay, so where is the knight's grave? Said it was in the cemetery. House of the Prior. Step in the dormitory. Yep. Let's get our keys.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice.
horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
He wants you to think he's dead. Report Brother Marcus, the key thief.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Uh-oh, we're up to 6.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
What?
Why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Hmm?
Uh-oh, the plot thickens.
Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
Should we report the key thief or not?
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new
Aha.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
The sacrist must organize a chapter meeting to save Prior James's documents.
If you really want to be of help, look for Brother Cuthbert's keys.
Got him.
He's getting old, misplacing them all the time.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. We may never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
Brother Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus.
You did.
I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
Tattletale.
I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me.
It wasn't grayed out, so... Okay, we're done here. Alright, now we need to go inside and go back to the chapter house. Talk to those two guys again. Let's see, where was it? Over here. Yeah, I mean, why is it showing the map now? And it wouldn't show it before. I guess it's the map of the grounds and you have to be on the grounds to see them. Went to the mill already.
Brother Andrew.
What is it now?
I am looking for a document that was in the possession of Prior James.
How does that relate to my tasks? Talk to Remigius.
Didn't have an option.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Ooh, there you go. Throw the book at him.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
All brothers need to attend the meeting, okay? Excuse me.
Brother Andrew.
The meeting will start once the cantor has finished his work with the choir. Until then, be patient.
No, I just wanted to see if there were any other conversation options. Okay, the choir's in there. We never did go to the kitchen. Yeah, that was off to the right because we were supposed to meet one of them at the kitchen. Which is in the back. Yeah. Did I not try to do that earlier and it said it's probably not a good idea or something like that?
Brother Milius.
Come. Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother
I think
Cuthbert.
I'll go warm myself by the oven. Some have only a prayer to warm themselves.
Ah, wonderful.
Agnes
I
could have
always
used
put
that
some
earlier,
extra
probably.
stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket. You'll keep warm.
Oh? Ouch!
Careful, they're hot.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
Hard at work, as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Every other day, we even have poultry.
He looks like he's having so much fun. Grab some, slap it on there.
Wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius? Put things right.
Who would vote for Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room.
That's what we're trying to prevent.
Including the priory's ledgers.
Yep.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
So I've heard. Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving.
Oh no. You have, what's it called? You have moderator immunity.
Prior James had a document I would like to see.
It's probably amongst the things that Remigius is going to burn.
Oh no.
He's in the prior's room. Maybe you can talk him out of it.
Already did. Had to have the meeting.
Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refused. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil.
What?
One day he started talking
He's
to the devil,
indoctrinated.
as if they were standing side by side. He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins? We'll talk more later.
All right, so we obviously still need to talk to Cuthbert too, but before we do that, it's break time. And because it is noon here where I am, you can see that in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. It is lunchtime, so we take a little bit of a longer break on Saturday morning so I can get something to eat. It'll be about 15 minutes. I'll give you guys a chance to take one too. If you can't stay and you won't be here when I get back, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. So let me go do all of my stuff. Let's see, where are they? Hopefully everything works. I don't trust the Stream Deck at all right now. So let me do, let's see, do we want to do, let's do this one. We got some music from Haven here. So let's do that. I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. or so, and we'll continue. Sit tight, and thank you again for coming out. I appreciate it. All right, we're back. As I say, the bladder is empty, the tummy is full, and my drink is topped off. Okay, so what is this about? You did a resub and you didn't get the alert? Excuse me. Well, first of all, let's get the sub hype for Miss B. I don't know why that didn't. Okay, let me make sure it's not a bot issue. Okay, that's donations. But that's tips. These settings. Yeah, it's gonna sit. Well, that's what I was gonna do. Is I was gonna do the test from the bot. To make sure that if the bot gets it, then it will put it in chat. So maybe it just didn't get it. Like you said, it's not a not a not a bot issue. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, so it is, yeah, if it gets it, it just picks a random user. Zarvaxis didn't just resub, okay? Yeah. I'll give him the points. I'll let him keep the points, but yeah, it just picks a random user that's in chat. Yeah, it's got to be something on the stream elements end for some reason, but regardless of all of that, thank you, Miss B. Thank you for your resub. Ice for you. Thank you for your support as always, and even being here when you're doing the blanket burrito thing. So okay. Zarvaxis, Miss B did a resub and she didn't get the alert. And to make sure that it wasn't a bot issue, I did a test resub alert. And when it does that, it picks a random user that's currently in chat. So you didn't just resub for whatever it was, 555 months or whatever it was I put in there. It was just a test. All right, let's get back to it. Let's talk to Cuthbert. Everything's good. Cuthbert Whitehead, the settler. He and his store smell of hops and honey. Old apples, dried herbs, and vinegar.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.
Why are you laughing?
Brother Cuthbert.
Ah, we were waiting for you.
I didn't even have time to eat my fig.
Wonderful cheese you make at St. John's.
I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
He said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Greedy brother Marcus.
Yeah, the guy.
You are too trusting, Philip.
Can I get some extra cheese?
I'm looking for a document that was given to Prior James.
It's probably in the prior's room, then.
Brother Cuthbert, you seem worried.
Prior James was a kind man, but the priory is in a terrible state, Philip.
Philip knows. He was just too kind to say anything.
Yes, I know. I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk with Prior James about these matters.
We should be rich. The priory has much land and collects from many parish churches, but we are in debt. Our novices steal from us, Philip.
The novices are stealing?
Is this show for
Yes.
my benefit?
Someone
Because
took my keys.
I'm benefiting.
Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar more than once.
Oh, he's talking
Today
about
I
something
found
different,
something missing
Zarvaxis.
again.
He's talking about the test for the sub.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I already have.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
Good, because I can't open stuff without them.
Let us continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
Of course.
What do we do with these, I wonder? Beech nuts.
The cloth is useless, at least right now.
Yes, yeah, he salted a crap ton of fish. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, it's I think chatbot from Streamlabs just generated a random name from a list, as opposed to this bot. It just picks one from chat. So that's why you got it. It should let you put it, just type in a random name, but alas, poor Yurik, does not do that.
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What can I do for you, Brother Philip?
Okay, I guess we're done.
You look like you have something important to do.
I gotta
I'll
go
be here
talk
if
to
you
the
need
other
me.
guys. Alright. Let's see. Oh, food. Painted pot. A nice pot with some seeds in it. Too nice a pot for a monk.
I found some beech nuts.
Ah, we will grow a beech tree then.
Wonderful.
If we ever get round to starting the garden.
I'm sure you will.
Okay. Great. My beech nuts are in there. Oh, an achievement for that too. Garden of Eden. Okay. I guess we're done. Nothing else in here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with their dates either. They just all seem to be. It's like when you look at your list of subs also, it gives you a different date from when the sub will next renew versus when the notification will get sent. It's messed up. All right. So who else do we need? So we got those two. We got the one guy in there that's leading the choir. I don't know how many we need. I don't think these guys will. No. We know he doesn't need to go because he's the one that's running it. Andrew. Brother Andrew.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
I mean, he's not gonna.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
What was that?
No talking.
I knew I could rely on
We
you.
sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, we did.
It was nothing.
Did we do the?
Calm down and concentrate.
Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Adolphus.
Amen.
Adolphus?
Silence.
I heard it.
Looks like he's raising the roof.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip. Like he was chastising
Did we go
it.
down there too early?
It's the end of days.
Oh no!
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Sing! Do we need to go back down there again, just in case? I wonder. Uh-oh, looks like Adness. Jet skis. What do owls...
The saint rests in peace.
What do owls eat? I wonder if we could have tried to give the owl the nuts. I mean, that's what they heard. I mean, right? The owl. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else in here. No markers. we haven't gone... We haven't done anything in the village yet. How do we get there? Why? Is that back to the mill? Ah, here we go. Road towards the north, road to Gloucester. Many travel on this road, people only come from village of Kingsbridge. Many of Priory's servants are gone. Village almost deserted. Priory couldn't pay them.
Hello? I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, but most houses are empty.
Building by the fields. That's the mill. Okay. My God, James died here. James's body may still be here. They said they never found it.
The letter is not around here. Brother Remigius might know where it is. Rest in peace.
Requiescat in pace.
James, I pray for you that when you stand before God, He will look upon you with mercy.
Yeah, all brothers need to attend the meeting.
This neglect will be a burden on the Priory's coffers, a shameful waste. I look forward to my next sermon at St. John's, and to seeing my flock.
Oh, did we... Maybe it was him. Brother Paul.
There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Ah, my foot.
Okay.
It's too cold for you here.
Thank you, Zarvaxis, for spending your points. I appreciate that.
Brother Paul,
I think we've exhausted all of that. Oh, maybe not.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
Yeah, we did talk to him about that already. Why was it white?
We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents should be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Okay. So we have 3. Do we need more? I mean, the icon shows 3, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
A waste of time.
It's a kitchen, right? Yeah. I've already talked to them. They already said they're going to be there.
Cold. When will these novices learn to close the door?
I'm not a novice and I closed the door.
You keep everything nice and tidy around here, Milius?
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
Ladles and spoons. Milius keeps everything nice and tidy. If only the rest of this priory was this well kept. Okay. And he's quite the master at salting fish. Mill. Don't need to talk to those 2. Do we have everybody now? Where is, what's his name? We already talked to him.
A waste of time.
Here the brothers hold elections.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should find time now. Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now.
This is a point of no return. If you got any other business, do it now.
The chapter meeting is more
Do
important.
it.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honoured. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him.
How wise was Prior James, really?
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell
Brothers,
you now. Let him
quiet.
Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, heavens.
Hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
I've been saying all along that this place is pretty much a mess.
Maybe yes.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is
Heresy!
saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me. What are you trying to achieve with your silence? You waste our time.
Maybe it wasn't the devil. We've never seen him.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
No.
So he did nothing to soothe your pain. He had only warm words.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
Be honest with him.
My brother is...
Although...
Yes, I reminded my brother that Kingsbridge can use help. Look around you. This priory is in a sorry state. Please vote to save the prior's documents from the fire. It's the only way to help this priory.
I say we leave the decision not up to a vote, but to Remigius.
That is against the rules.
Is it? He will be our new prior in a few days. Cuthbert declined, do you not remember?
Said he was
I
too
remember
old.
well. And I say no one in Kingsbridge is better suited for prior than Remigius.
Oh,
Well, thank you, brother.
Unfortunately not.
that's true.
Hear, hear.
I wonder why Cuthbert declined. Surely not.
That said, there is someone not from our priory, someone better suited.
Philip.
I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
What?
I disagree with that.
Well,
That's
yes,
why you're
obviously.
here. Excellent choice.
No,
Sometimes crazy is the best way to go.
Surprising.
Great
Prior
idea.
Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Oh, I did not expect that to go in
Thank
that
you for
direction.
your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you.
It's like, get out.
We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
Yeah, I was going to say, so who's going to take his place in where he came
I will
from?
ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Francis's Notes. Rivalry for the Throne, Part 2. Francis's Notes about the late King Henry, Empress Maud, and King Stephen, Part 2, dated 1st of January 1136. Our new King, Stephen, is supported by most of our Norman overlords and even by the church. His younger brother Henry is Bishop of Winchester and one of the most important priests in all of England. He made Stephen swear an oath to reserve power to the church, which had little influence on political affairs under King Henry. A good day for the church. I don't know why it's not scrolling. How am I supposed to read it if it won't scroll? Buggy. Yeah, it's not doing anything. And it doesn't even, I can't even go up to the first row of stuff. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess we can't read it. At least for now.
Now, let us look for the letter.
Writing tablet. Daylight helps saving candles. You can see the whole priory from here.
Philip, we must hurry.
The handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Did Prior James write this?
Let's continue looking.
We must find the letter. James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
Okay, Bible. What a mess. Disgraceful.
Let's make haste before Remigius insists on helping us.
Uh-oh.
Francis, I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Somebody's seal.
Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand?" The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Is it going to let me read it? Letter dated 18th of December, 1135. Robert of Gloucester, name the day, and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Empress Maud. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen of Blois. Still don't know how to pronounce that. We do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it the day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him, Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring. So now it works. Now, okay, well, we can finish reading this one too. Let's see, where was it? He made Stephen swear an oath to reserve power to the church, which had little influence on political affairs under King Henry. A good day for the church and for us. The problem is that my lord Earl Robert of Gloucester is one of the king's bastards. He wants to see his half-sister Maud on the throne, believing she would heavily rely on his guidance and advice during her reign. In the name of Empress Maud, he and his allies have formed a rebellion against King Stephen. Not long now, and there will be war. Yeah. Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Why me?
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Pillars of the Earth from the Ashes, Chapter 1. Philip. You helped Francis to uncover a conspiracy against the king. You were nominated to become prior of Kingsbridge. You agreed to meet the bishop. You reported Brother Marcus the thief. You knew about Brother Paul's ailment, but did nothing to soothe his pain. Is that just because we asked him another question first, I guess, instead of doing something about it immediately? Remigius still holds you in contempt. That's because he's an asshole. You found a message in the mill. You found beech nuts from Milius's garden. Supposed to be 7 chapters in each episode, and there's 3 episodes. Well, I assume there's 7 chapters in each episode. There's 7 in this one, but I do know there are 3 episodes. Jack. Who is Jack? Subject 0. Hunt for food. Shoot forest. Dead. Rotting. Okay, so who the hell is Jack? Book 1. Shepherd book. Deer marks fresh. Stay alert, Jack. There you are. Now, yeah, don't move. It'll soon be over. Oh, really? I didn't see the timer there until it was too late.
That all you got?
This will bring us through winter. Mother will be proud. She will bring us through the... Okay, already did that. Be like a Tomb Raider.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known.
Disgustingly kills her first deer.
I was born and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh.
She used an arrow.
I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. He... The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
One is in French, other in Latin.
I can do this later.
Very well.
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Charles the Great. Nice. Made by mother. Caves upon caves, horses and cows in between. That's what a real town must look like. Shouldn't be anything different, right? Our last nuts and turnips. The rest has gone moldy. Mother says it's the worst winter ever. Okay.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast.
Yeah, we've got the wood for it. Okay, there's nothing left. Oh, what's this? Arrows. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a bow, guys. Ellen's bow. Ellen and Jack keep a variety of short and long-range weapons in their home. The two lead their lives as outlaws outside of society and the protection of the law. A bow can serve as an invaluable tool both for hunting and self-protection. Most outlaws were once accused of a crime, but failed to appear for judgment. According to the laws of their contracts, claims and ownership then fell void. As outlaws have no rights, anyone can harm them or capture them and turn them in. Thus, many outlaws turn to a life of hiding and thievery. Mother didn't take any tools, so she isn't hunting. Where did she go?
Good. It's warmer. Now I need some wet wood to make it smoke properly. Huh? What's that?
All right, let's go do that at least.
Mother will be proud.
We burn everything down.
Now, what's that noise?
What about the meat?
I can't eat it raw.
Oh, okay. It's over the fire already. At first, it looked like it was in the back of the room. That's what I was trying to do, was to get it over the fire, but it's already over the fire. Is this Tom? Yes, it is. It just had the baby.
It was hit by something sharp. That was no animal.
Francis. Who is this in the back? Oh, it's Mom. Did Tom abandon the baby?
Who is he?
Francis found it?
That's what he is. A whip. That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember?
Is he a priest?
Almost. He's a monk. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit.
He looks nice though. He's smiling.
Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Piece of cloth covered in blood. Did the monk leave it? Yeah, that's got to be Tom's baby.
Mother? What's that mound over there? I should take a look.
What mound? I looked at the mound already. We got the cloth from there. Oh, something was... Oh, be Agnes. Yeah. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. Okay. Let me guess. Tom and the kids found their cave, and they ate all the meat already.
Don't move. We killed a pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
I don't have the baby.
Right.
I'll take his book.
What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
Found this.
It's Mother's cloak. The baby was wrapped in it, so he must have taken it as well.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true?
Hmm.
Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Grunt. Right on your ass.
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us? You're a good lad. I owe you.
If you want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
Alfred's an ass too. Oh my goodness. Okay.
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Okay. Makes it sound like you can travel to all these different places. Lincoln is 7 days, Gloucester is 2 days, Salisbury is half a day. You can't see it because it's under the camera, but Winchester is 1 day. What is the bird? Oh, is that our fast travel? Big view of the map. Was not expecting this. Can't move it though. The map anyway.
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only guess.
Cross the river or follow the river. Let's cross.
By now, the girl's sobs had ceased, as she had fallen asleep on her father's shoulders. The water was icy, and it hurt. At one point, the boy slipped and fell. I considered my options, but standing in the middle of a stream hardly allowed for a quick escape. He slapped my hand away and pushed himself up. When we reached the bank, he was drenched and shook bitterly. He gave me a nasty glare while I was already searching the ground. There were no hoofprints on this side of the stream.
Okay.
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
Control Tom again.
Don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
Great. We're here with Alfred.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Right above his head. We're gonna knock him out and get out of town. He's getting it all wet.
Eh? I knew it. There is no monk. You just want to rob us.
I want my book
But it's
back.
mine.
Thank you.
It's not. You're a beast. You don't even know what it is.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
What are you rambling on about?
It's from the book.
How do you know this? You're an animal.
Can't you read?
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There is something there.
Don't fall for it. What is it? What is it? What is it? Like a deer.
What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children!
Mom!
Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now.
St. John?
Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
Back to the cave. We've got food. We got smoked meat.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been saved.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes you get lucky, but not this year.
Thank you, Jack.
We gonna give some soup to Alfred? Alfred the asshole.
Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan to keep the walls and defences in shape. It would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
What happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, She'll tell you everything about it.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
They go there to rob each other?
No, they don't prey on each other. They talk to God.
It's a place of worship.
Out of the mouths of babes.
Oh.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed.
What? Have you not told me yet?
Oh, just some old tale.
Like Tristan and Isolde?
A bit, but not quite. Come on, eat up. Jack, didn't I tell you to give our guests food? Well?
Fine. He's an asshole.
Eat well, children. You'll need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on.
They're gonna wind up getting married or something?
I will. Thank you.
Ellen and Tom?
Well, they're asleep now. So, what is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care. More than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know.
Do it, Tom.
I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
I'm going to see a castle.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
Wow, that was quick. Chapter 2, Jack, what you did. You caught a deer and cured it for dinner. You ran into Tom Builder and his family. You gave Martha soup first. Alfred tolerated you. We're looking forward to finally leaving the forest. You found information about Jack and Ellen's lives as outlaws. Chink. Chapter 3. Uh-oh, who is this one? Uh-oh, the conspiracy. Philip again. The Palace of Bishop. Yeah, Philip again. Bishop Walleron for support. Okay. Come here,
My
Roach.
brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to see this letter.
Oh, we got a host.
Sage, what is up? Thank you for the host. Grab the ice. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How are you, man? Happy Saturday. Hello, hello, hello. I saw you were streaming earlier. It was what was it? It was that the one you were doing last time I was in your channel. I forget the name of it. The one that was in early access. Can we go out back? Right, cycle, there you go. It's slightly addicted to it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with liking a game and wanting to play it. Can't do what?
My pony needs to be fed soon. Should I take some?
My pony. No.
I think I'd better not take any of these. I can have my pony fed when I'm back in Kingsbridge.
Yeah, but you play more than that. Let's get a. Can we get a shout out for Sage, please? Known Sage. God, how long have we known each other? I mean, you were back on Mixer when we first met, I guess you could say.
Shout out.
Thank you. Sage is a super nice kid. Super nice guy and a good streamer too. Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, a Mixer refugee, I guess you could call him. Thank you, Baldahar. Can't do this. What if I fail?
What lies beyond this gate? Oh, I should not distract myself like this.
Man, it's Taskmaster here. Should be here. Perhaps the bishop won't see me.
Why would the bishop see me? St. John's Chapel is smaller than this side building.
What do I know of wars? Somebody has to do something. There's a chance to
My
prevent
pony
it.
should be fed. Do I just take some hay?
No.
Better not. This is the bishop's hay.
What is that up there in the back? Sunrise, sunset. Oh God, give me strength. Must trust him. Bishop friends with the Earl of Shiring? He will have me hanged. I conspire against the Earl of Shiring. Let's go talk to him.
Oh, why must I be so nervous?
You're just a lowly monk.
I trust
Francis. He knows
no worries.
about these
No worries.
things.
We do have a lurk command if you want to use that. We have a lurk and an unlurk. Let people know that you're stepping away.
How can I help you?
It's your choice.
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
I am the prior of St. John in the Forest.
And what, may I tell Bishop Walerin, is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
I am afraid I can only tell the bishop himself.
The bishop wishes to know beforehand.
In this case, we will have to make an exception.
Wait here.
Boom. Okay. So what do we do now?
Who am I to approach the bishop at dusk like a thief?
Hello?
I'm here.
Yes?
The bishop will see you now. The Right Reverend Bishop Walerin, by God.
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
We have to remember to not tell him about Francis. Or how we got the letter.
Call me Walerin. Timothy informed me you are the prior of...
St. John in the Forest, Right Reverend.
Then you must be Philip of Gwynedd.
I'm surprised you know my name.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Tell me, Prior Philip, what brings you here at such a late hour? Timothy said that you will only tell me.
Old Bartholomew of Shiring. Do you know him well?
As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Though, of course, the church can never be involved enough. Bartholomew is a stubborn man. He is opposed to any suggestions from me, and I am his bishop.
I heard the same about the Earl of Gloucester.
How do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not? Did he tell you?
Excuse me. Yes, Francis mentioned this to me. He is indeed working for the Earl of Gloucester.
But why are you bringing up politics?
Even though he asked us not to mention it, to be honest.
Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping, and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter?
Yes.
Timothy, leave us.
Uh-oh.
And did you find anything else?
No, just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
The night.
And your brother Francis told you about it?
No.
Philip, you already told me you have talked with him about this. From the letter I see the messenger was employed by your brother's master. That is why it is understandable that you would want to protect him. But there is no need to lie to me.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
He's probably in on all of it.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
He's definitely in on. He's definitely in on it too. Oh, can I get some apples and hay for my horse, please?
We should leave.
Can feed him when we get home. Hopefully he
I'd better
doesn't.
leave. I shouldn't push my luck. We will find you something to eat on the way, old girl.
Then the horse dies.
Did you pack enough food? It will be a while before you get to eat smoked venison again.
Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack would love to hear about your work.
Houses.
I don't want to travel with him.
I mostly carve rocks. I haven't built much yet.
That must be hard work.
Right.
Make sure there's nothing new in here. Oh, we gotta go talk to Martha.
They're looking for you.
I don't want to leave. It's so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again.
I've got a slingshot.
Maybe you could teach me how to use it.
I will.
Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too.
I will always be around.
That's not your job. You should look after yourself and your mother first. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you.
Oh. Am I his princess?
You are. Together, you are brave and smart, and will never give up.
All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
Martha! Where are you?
Come on. We're going on a great quest.
Okay.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew quieter and quieter. Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. The strangest name of them all. By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy. Mother seemed happy to head directly into town and avoid the palace. These churchmen are all crooks, she said. But Tom answered with a worried expression on his brow. They might be the only ones willing to hire a mason around here. Shiring was full of people looking for work. Mother and Tom kept asking around while we rested our feet at the market. Alfred gave me a look as if he wanted to punch me, but I only
That's the
stared
normal
at the
look for
buildings,
Alfred.
amazed by the straightness of their walls. Finally, Mother called us over. Rumor had it that the Earl of Shiring was hiring all kinds of people. It was then that I heard a man in a robe say, "That voice, it's her. The witch. She was here 10 years ago." But apart from me, no one took notice.
Goodness, this is a road trip, isn't it?
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement, and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong, and then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to get along.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house.
One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone just give me something to eat?
Stay sharp, Jack. People are rarely what they seem. See that knight over there? What does he look like to you?
Looks like a knight. A small bear.
He looks like a small bear.
True, but even small bears can have an appetite for blood. Just because we are out of the forest, that doesn't mean there are no wolves about.
What is it with Mother? She seems different. She seems less and more grumpy at the same time. Where town gets water. A hole with stones around, Mother said. I bet Tom could build a well too.
Jack, be careful. Don't get too close.
She's been to so many places and knows so much about life. She's not even amazed by this place.
Hello, Jack.
Hello.
Have you ever been to a castle before?
No.
Castles are very safe places. People don't rob you so fast.
Mother told me stories about castles, about knights and princesses.
Oh, like what?
Like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love each other for 3 years.
I know that one.
Wow, 3 whole years.
Jack, do you think there's a princess in this castle? It would be so nice to see a real princess one day.
Well, I hope so. But he is so different. Are all boys like him?
Hey, boy, come here.
Come here.
Say, what do you think about Tom?
He's nice.
Well, let me tell you something. He may seem nice, but he really doesn't care about anyone but himself. Whatever you do, he doesn't care. He'll just drag you into his own misery. So take my advice. If you and your mother want to stay, you better learn to shut up and put yourself second. That's all I'm saying.
And you're such a peach. Alfred thinks Tom doesn't care about him. Okay. Is this a castle? Thought it would look more like our cave. huge pile of rocks. You destroy the castle.
Jack, don't.
I was gonna. Come on, Mom. I just want to hit him with my slingshot. All right, we'll probably go ahead and stop here for the day. A couple of minutes early, but there's really nowhere to go in this spot here except for into another area, so I haven't noticed. Oh, we do have a save. Wow, I went the entire time without saving. Interesting. And Martha likes to laugh. Okay, back to title screen. So not bad. Not bad at all. It's a lot slower. To be honest, it was a little tough to concentrate at times because it's you know, we typically play stuff that's a lot faster paced than this, so it's quite an adjustment. You know, dropping it down a gear, as it were. We'll just have to get used to it. Excuse me, until we're finished. Okay. So yeah, that it is indeed. Okay, so yeah, so that's gonna be it for the day. No stream tomorrow. We'll be back at it on Monday with our Mix It Up Monday. We could potentially be doing something very different on Monday. Not sure yet. I will let everybody know in Discord first, and then for those of you that follow me on Twitter, we'll put something there as well, and Instagram too. So let's see who we have on to right now. We've got a couple choices, looks like. We'll do the random thing. Hopefully this works. 27 streamers in the list. There are only 2 on right now, so it's either going to be Greenie or Miss Nordic or Nordic Road. She is playing The Evil Within 2. I could never finish the first one. The first one frustrated me so bad in one very specific spot that I essentially rage quit the game. I was down in the basement. Had to do some had to turn some valves or something in there, and the way they did that, I hated it, and I didn't want to deal with it anymore. So yeah, I wound up rage quitting it, and I have not picked the game up again since. That's one of the few games that I've done that with. So if you want to join us over at Nordic Road's channel, she is super nice and a great streamer as well. She is doing Evil Within 2, like I said. She's played through Elden Ring 4 times. So she's super nice and great. Very, very good friend of the channel. So let's go over and say hi to her. If you want to join us, copy everything after the colon and paste it in her chat when we get over there. Even if it's just for a couple of minutes, it would mean a lot to her. I know, and it would mean a lot to me as well. So if you could join us over there, that would be great. Looks like it's ready to go. Monday night, Mix It Up Monday. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. Stay tuned. Have a good weekend. I'll see you then.